If you're looking for land near Lake of the Ozarks with no restrictions, I've got a good property for you today. We're going to take a quick tour of a 4.1 acre piece of ground. It does have paved road frontage, and it sits off of a dirt road off of the paved road. So I'll go ahead and show you that one. Where we're at right now is we're on our Morgan County page on our website, 3landguys.com. You can see there's 25 total results. Right now, we've got a handful of properties left. We've got maybe 6, 7 parcels that still remain. All the other ones have sold. We'll take a look at this 4.1 acre, but just be aware there are other ones for sale. Here's a 4.8, a 5 acre, a 1.8, a 1 acre tier 2 lot with lake views, 2.2, and the list goes on. So go ahead, come to our website and check these out. Let's take a look at this 4.1 acre. So this is good ground if you're looking for a more, so you do have the paved road frontage here, so you can see it fronts the paved road, but then what you don't see, and let me see if I can find a good view. I'm just toggling between views. This might show it. But basically there is a dirt road that comes along the parcel. So you can see here, this you kind of come downhill and you come back uphill. And there's a dirt road that runs alongside the parcel, the full length of the parcel, and actually comes back, and you can see how this road comes back down into these other parcels. So this is very, very kind of private, secluded ground off of Ivy Bend Road. Let's just come back to the Google view, and then we'll zoom out, and you can get a feel for how close you are to the water here. So you can see here's Proctor. Here, if you're familiar with Lake of the Ozarks area, here's 135. And then if we scroll a little bit further, like over here to the east is Four Seasons. And then north of that is Rocky Mount, Gravois Mills. And then if we zoom further out, this will give you a better view. Here's Versailles. Here's Eldon. And then you would head down from Stover, actually, and you would take, let's zoom in further here. You'd take 135, and that would get you down here to Proctor, and then you'd head west from 135 over to the property. And you can see here, I'll take a quick measurement for you. So if we go down to here and over to the water, you're looking at about 1.98 miles to the water, and that's just a quick measurement. You can actually take these measurements if you want using the map. Then if I zoom out further and show you kind of the whole view of the lake, you can see here's the main lake area over here, heading, if you're looking at coming from Jeff City, if you're driving in from St. Louis and taking 70, or obviously if you're from Kansas City, you're going to be taking a different route, or if you're coming from South Missouri. So not sure of where you're at, but that's a good overview to get you an idea of location. And then let's go look at some pictures here. So just flipping through, this is a picture. So I told you there's kind of a dirt road, dirt path that goes through. This is a dirt road, dirt path, and we've actually got a video of it. So come on over here and you can take a quick view via video. Here's a description of the property. So it's perfect for you if you're looking for kind of a property, more off the grid, hunting property, private, bring a shed or some kind of off the grid type structure. It wouldn't be an ideal parcel. We've got better parcels if you're looking to like build a cabin or build a lake home or something like that. This is not in a homeowners association. Morgan County does not limit what types of structures you can put on this ground, so you can use it for part-time. Just a heads up, if you have a big RV or a big long fifth wheel, this property probably wouldn't be ideal for you, simply because if we go back up, when you come down off of Lake Road, it is fairly steep when you come down here, and then it goes back up. So if you had a 60-footer or something really, really long, you'd end up not being able to make it through there. So just be aware of that this is a little bit more rural You do have the paved road frontage though, but the bulk of the property, given its shape, sits further back. So you can use the Google map here. This is another map with just it pinned on the map, and then you can toggle between satellite and map views. Enter a starting address in case you want to get directions. So if you need to map yourself, just pop in your city. So you can do St. Louis, Missouri, and then go ahead and get directions that way. And you can see I just mapped right from St. Louis, and it just takes you right to the property. And then depending on how you want to go, you can select one of these, and then that's going to map you right there. So you can see it's got you taking 70 to 5, or you can come through Jeff City, and then once you get in, it's basically taking you right there. So you can punch this in and set it up on your GPS, on your Garmin, your TomTom, whatever you use. We do have those GPS coordinates, so you can grab those. Now, just to be upfront, our property in Morgan County does sell very quickly in the spring and summer. So if you are looking for property in Morgan County, we've got a good selection right now, but we do anticipate selling out of all of those properties within the next 4 to 8 weeks. The best properties always go first, and then you kind of work your way down from there. So the ones with no restrictions, the larger ones, the 4 and the 5 and the 7 acre tracts, those are the ones that tend to go fast. The smaller ones that have restrictions, those are the ones that tend to sell a little bit slower. This is one of those with no restrictions. So you've got $500 down. If you make your down payment, you get to start using the property immediately. You owe $500, that's it at closing, and then you've got $219.41 due each month. Now, if you want to put more down, we can do a lower interest rate or a better price or a shorter term. We're flexible. We'll build a payment plan that's going to work for you. If you have cash or third-party financing or a combination of cash and credit card, or you wanted to do half down and half in 2 months, we will grant the cash price as long as you can pay it down very quickly. So if you're waiting on cash, or you've got some sort of bonus or whatever your situation is, we'll work out a deal. But generally, if you've got cash, you get a really good price per acre. We're at about $2,000 per acre on a cash price of $8,400, which is really, really, really good for Morgan County, especially that close to the lake. So here's the pricing information reiterated again, and then you've got all your property information here. If you do need those GPS coordinates, you can copy, search Google for them, or put them in your TomTom or Garmin or whatever you're going to use to get directions, and you can see right there, there it is mapped out for you. So whether you grab the coordinates or you use our Get Directions feature. Annual taxes, really, really, really cheap in Morgan County, which is nice, only $70 for that one. This one, you would need solar or alternative power. There are power lines there, but from what we understand, you can't tie into those lines. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it that much. That's what I was told. I'm sure there's other properties there with power. They got power somehow, so I'm not sure why you couldn't get power, but just be aware that you might need to do solar or alternative power. It is not city water and sewer. It'd be well and septic at a buyer's expense, or a holding tank or some sort of alternative source of water if you're looking to stay there on a regular basis. Here's some frequently asked questions, and then down at the bottom of every listing we have a contact form in case you have questions. Now, if you do want this property, or you want any property from us, you need to click on Reserve This Parcel. What that's going to do, that's going to load a page where you're going to tell us what you want to put in a contract. So, what we generally will do is you're going to submit this information. We're going to process a deposit of $100. That's going to take the property off the market for 48 hours. We're going to prepare an agreement and send it over for your review. So whether you're a cash buyer or a terms buyer, we're going to prepare a sales agreement and send it over for your review. If you're a cash buyer, we're going to close with a real estate closing notary. What that means is we'll do all the paperwork, we'll handle the deed, we'll prepare the deed, sign the deed, and send that to a real estate closing notary who will meet you in Kansas City, in Illinois, in Arkansas, wherever you're coming from. We cover that cost. Closing is set up at a place that's convenient for you. the closing notary comes to you to handle that. The only thing you need is your ID and a cashier's check if you're paying cash, or for whatever dollar amount we agree to. For terms buyers, it's a lot more simple. We actually do the contract through DocuSign and digital signatures, process the down payment on whatever payment method you want, and then the property's yours, and you can start using that property right away now that the weather's starting to get nice. So that's about it. We've got other properties for sale. Be sure to come to our website. If you have any questions, go ahead and call us at 855-995-4798. That'll route to our sales office. Matt should be there to take care of you. If he doesn't answer, go ahead and leave a message with what parcel you're interested in, the questions that you have, your full name, and your phone number, and we'll get right back to you. We look forward to helping you find the perfect piece of property. Talk to you soon.